Good morning. We've got a good start with an opening song, Peace Like a River. So if you can stand and let's sing together. It's just great to be here.
Good morning. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean in my soul. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Wes Morrison, your prayer chaplain on duty, and it's a pleasure being here with everybody. And we want to welcome Gary back, and hope he brought some of that cool fall weather. And on my prayer for today, as we go through the changes of the seasons, one of my favorite writers is Mary Davis, and she's got a blessing, an equinox blessing. May the outgoing season be covered in blessings and released with love. May the harvest of previous intentions bring abundance in your heart and the world. May the balance of darkness and light bring greater balance into your home and life. May this new season of gratitude and letting go gift your heart with open space for miracles to grow. And so it is.
How wonderful. Thank you, Wes. Well, I really did have a wonderful time in the Northeast for my sabbatical. Wonderful family. The fall foliage in Vermont was spectacular. And I confirmed that in Grand Barrington, Massachusetts, at SoCo Creamery, that the dirty chocolate ice cream is the best chocolate ice cream in the world. The last time I had it was 12 years ago. I had a lot of expectation, and I'm a little fatter because of it. Well, I'm Reverend Gary Canier, and I welcome you. Unity is a spiritual community that fosters personal transformation for healing, for wholeness, and for an intimate connection with the divine. We do this through affirmative prayer and meditation that opens us to realize our oneness with all that is. Unity believes that all people are equal and divine without exception. And unity provides a safe place where we can come and explore our spiritual journey just as we are. Unity honors the light that lives in all religious and spiritual traditions. For we know that light shining through every stained glass window, through every mosque, dome, through every temple or cathedral or church tent is the same light shining in us. And we call that light God. And we know that what we experience is based on what we imagine, on what we believe, on what we say. And when we say what we believe with gusto, it ignites a powerful force in the universe. So let's say this great truth with gusto together. There is only one presence, one power, active in my life and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotence.
And from the daily word, the word is beautiful. And let's repeat the affirmation 3 times.
The world becomes beautiful when I find God in it. The world becomes beautiful when I find God in it. The world becomes beautiful when I find God in it. That is beautiful. And if you have a smartwatch, a cell phone, if you even have a pager, put them all in the silence. They'll get their messages as we get ours.
And one of the best parts about our ministry is our helping hands. And Lauren Frederigill is looking for recommendations for contractors to bid on the removal of the stairs.
Also, we have Barbara Thomason, a member of our church, who's really brought about her inspiration for Joy Circles Project. There's a flyer for it on the table out there, and asking if you would want to contribute to her Kickstart campaign. This is a wonderful program to bring inspiration to our youth. So consider that. It's a wonderful thing, and our Helping Hands ministry supports that. So in Helping Hands, we ask you to, if you need help, send an email to helpinghands@unitynewbraunfels.org and say, I'd like a workout buddy. I'd like someone to install my ceiling fan. I need someone to do pet care while I go on vacation. It could be crisis care. It could be absolutely any help at all. It might be someone I would just like to talk with someone on a regular basis. All of us need help sometimes, and we have the ability to help others. So if you'd like to be part of the Helping Hands team, you just send an email to helpinghands@unitynewbraunfels.org and say, I want to be part of the team. And the team are about 50 of us. They get a text when someone has a request in Helping Hands. You look at it and say, I think I could help out with that. And then you communicate back and say, hey, I could do that. It really works. And this Helping Hand program is foundational to our interconnection and the value of helping each other. The learning edge is asking for help, because we are people who have confidence, and most of us, and I'm included, I'll just do it myself. But it really is a blessing when we include others, because we love to be asked to be of help. So ask others and give them the opportunity to say, ooh, goody, I get to help. So that's enough of that commercial for Helping Hands.
And our sacred volunteer of the week is Tracy Odom. She's a Sunday prayer service, knit and crochet with love, visionary ideals, and probably things we don't even know.
Tracy is, there are 3 people in this community who I identify as my visionary people. And that's Tracy Odom, Tom Ricks, and Joan Kemple. They just think out of the box. And I listen when they've got an idea, because many of them are exactly where we're headed. So I ask you to lift up Tracy in your prayers this week and honor her sacred service. And in honoring that, we honor sacred service, because we are a sacred service community. Thank you. So these are our new core values. Let's read them together. Integrity, compassion, transparency, intention, and freedom. Wow. And our new vision, let's read this. We celebrate a spiritually awakened world where everyone lives with inner peace, purpose, and a sense of belonging. And our mission, let's read this together. We support a wellspring of spiritual growth through education, acceptance, and authentic action as we serve our community and our world. So important. And this is who we are and how we show up in the world. It's beautiful. And this is coming.
All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got now.
Pet blessing going to be Sunday, October 12th. It'll be following the service right out here in the portico. You can bring your pet. You can bring a photo of your pet to be blessed. You can drive up or you can walk up. It really is wonderful. October is the month of St. Francis's honoring, and so every October we do our pet blessing. You get a certificate for your pet, and it's really quite wonderful. So come join us on October 12th. And now, our congregational song. This goes with today's talk solo. We're going to do it again. Let's stand if we're able and sing Turn, Turn, Turn by Pete Seeger.
Ready? To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To every sea, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time to hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. One more time. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven.
Thank you. Today, for our last Sunday in September, we're going to talk about finding balance in God. Balance. What does balance mean to you? Where do you find balance? Anyone? In nature. Anyone else? In your diet. Anyone else? A good night's sleep. Hallelujah. In the breath. Yes. Balance is important for our life. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And as I've said before, we are 100% human. And we are 100% divine. And within that, we need to balance those so that we can live our life. Because if we neglect either one, we're out of balance. And what happens when we're out of balance? We're short on breath. We're not at peace. We're not allowing ourselves to even see the beauty around us. It's all part of our life. So let's explore this and find God in our balance. From Ecclesiastes, we just sung that song by Pete Singer based on chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. What does that mean? That means that everything is. Does anyone have any argument with that? I bet individually at times we do argue with it. But everything has its purpose under heaven. There's no place where God is not. God is here and here and here and there and there and there and everywhere. So there is the blessing, and we can find our balance in God. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, gosh, I love Myrtle Fillmore. She says, the soul finds its true balance when it rests in the consciousness of God's love. I like this because it's important for us to know what we're referring to when we say God. And there's a lot of interpretations of God. But since coming to Unity, I have seen God as love, as a vibration of energy that's very appealing to me. God's love. And so if we can rest in the consciousness of God's love, we find balance. We find inspiration. We find guidance. We find direction. We find solutions. We find answers. And sometimes we find questions. But our true soul, which is our inner essence, has a journey. There's a reason why we're here. Anyone absolutely clear on why they're here? I'm absolutely clear on why I'm here. It's a journey, and we need to address that. Ask that question. Why am I here? What's my purpose for being on the planet today? What do I bring to the mix? Each of us is individual and unique, and we're all the same. How does that work? I don't know. But it's a pair of ducks, a paradox. We are blessed by the journey within us that gives us guidance to bring our talents and our gifts into life. Herman Hesse, great author, said, some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Now, we've all seen it in the movies. I'm holding on, but I think I'm slipping. Is that strong or desperation? Sometimes it's letting go. where we find our strength, our courage, our faith. And if you ever experience those old cliffhangers where someone's literally going to fall, continue next week. And what invariably happens is the fall is only 2 feet. Or they land on a great big bubble, or splash in the water, or something that's no danger at all. They just might get a little messy. Observing that holding on often leads us to feeling trapped, stuck, out of balance. It's in the letting go that we open up to new possibility. I don't know everything. In fact, I'm clear and clear that I know nothing. But God knows, and God has skills. And I decided that God gets to take care of all the how. I get the want, God gets to figure out how. And with that, we have a partnership. So talk to God. Be in communication with God. Ask questions. Ask for clarity. It works. It's powerful. So, finding balance in God. Dr. H. Emily Cady, I would love to have met this woman. She was the first female doctor in New York City in the late 1800s. So amazing. And she wrote the book, Lessons in Truth, which is a foundational book in unity. And in it she says, there is nothing to fear, for God is the one presence and one power. And in that power, we are safe and secure. This is one of the payoffs of identifying that we're one with God's love. Is there anything to fear in God? Nothing. And when our humanness is in fear, because I don't have enough money for the rent, or my granddaughter's taking some steps I wouldn't advise. Fear. Anyone ever experienced it? Yes. That's the human fear. In God, there is nothing. So 100% of us has no fear. And it's God that gives us the balance to have faith that even though we don't see how that's going to work out, it will. Because there is only one power and one presence in the universe and in our lives, God. By whatever name or interpretation you give it. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Goddess, substance, principle, that thing, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. God's big enough for all the names we give it. And Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, has this perspective. He says, let go of the personal and lay hold of the universal. There you will find your strength, your peace, and balance. This means don't give so much credit to the 100% human, personal part of it. Give your presence to that 100% divine nature of you. Stand in that presence with our faith, our life, our wisdom, our joy. It really is a blessing to find balance so that we can breathe easier, so we can be in nature, so we can allow ourselves to be one with each other and see what we are doing together. Because where two or more are gathered, magic happens. And this is why we have community, why we come together and why we have helping hands and why we have the men in unity and the wise women and the classes and the workshops and the spirit groups. It's all part of finding balance in the strength that we can be together. Make sense? Good. So this week, I ask us to dive into this. Go into it 100%. Our personal exploration. Sacred rhythm. This means create your own rituals of prayer, of meditation, and of rest. Each of us have our own way of doing this. Our prayer might be walking prayer. Our meditation might be sitting and staring at a candle flame. And rest might be just taking a breath, or stepping back, or sitting down, or taking a walk in the labyrinth. Sacred rhythm is how we choose to consciously be in the presence of God's love. A gratitude practice. I've talked about this a lot, but recognize the beauty in both action and stillness. And practice gratitude. You might wake up in the morning and think of 5 things you're grateful for. Or just before you lay your head on your pillow, think of 5 things you're grateful for that day. Be grateful that you have the vitality to do what you decide to do. And the wisdom to pause, to refresh, to eat, to play, and have fun. Boundaries. Boundaries are important. Say yes with intention. And say no with love. No is an option, especially if you find work really busy. I often have to say no, but I can say no with love rather than no, which not only hurts the ears, it creates a vibration of dissonance, and we want more balance, yes? Saying yes with intention is commit to it. This is the step I'm taking. This is what I'm going to do. And with that, you are fully engaged. And the last is service and self-care. If you're having any difficulty, be of service to others. And serve others from a full cup, not an empty one. Serving from an empty cup makes us anemic, makes us get sick. Anyone ever done it? I've done it a lot. Fill yourself up, just like they say in the airplane. When the mask drops, put it on yourself first and then help others. It does no good if you pass out and your child's sitting there going, what do I do now? From our full cup, where we're in balance, that's where we can serve. And if we're not ready yet, it's perfectly fine to say, I can't do it today. I need some self-time. I need my soul to catch up with how far I've gone. So that we can be vital and strong and healthy in all that we do. And that's a good thing, because we can find balance in God. Thank you. So let's set everything aside And if you're comfortable, to just close the outer eyes as Carol plays some music to help us be present now. Breathing easy, being present to what is, letting go of everything before this moment, to be alive, renewed, refreshed in this beautiful moment. And as we breathe into our heart space and breathe out through our heart space, we're in the right place to turn and open to the God of your understanding. And internally, you can ask or listen to whatever you receive as we enter the silence. It's with deep gratitude that we accept this awareness of the divine, to accept the inspiration, the peace, the balance. It's all there for us always. And so we receive and accept whatever we've received in this meditation as we now bring our attention back into the room. We might wiggle our fingers or wiggle our toes, roll our head. And when we're ready, we open our eyes. And then we'll say the affirmation that goes with today's talk 3 times together. Together. Centered in God, I am poised, peaceful, and balanced. Centered in God, I am poised, peaceful, and balanced. Centered in God, I am poised, peaceful, and balanced. So it is. And within that, we're going to read this version of the Lord's Prayer, which is a direct translation of the Aramaic into English. Jesus spoke Aramaic, and when the disciples went to him and said, "Master, teach us to pray," he said, "Abun b'boshmai, ni tekadash shema, te te malkuda, nave sedina ikanad boshwaya o baraha, Harlan Lakman Sumkanet Yoman Woswofen Ben Akana Tapanan Shwakin El Hayare Ula Talan El Nisiona El Pasam Membij Medalda Miki Makuta Uhaila Utishbokta La Alam Amen. Amen. And so let's read this version together. Father, Mother, birther and breath of all, create a space inside us and fill it with your presence. Let oneness now prevail. Your one desire flows through ours as energy fills all forms. Give us this day our physical and spiritual nourishment. Untangle the knots of air that bind us as we release others. Don't let appearances make us forgetful of the source, but free us to act appropriately. For aid to aid from you comes the glorious harmony of life. May these words be future ground from which our future grows. Amen. And with that, we are ready for this music from Carol Elliott, from this song, Delicate Balance by Tom Dundee.
Thank you, Gary. I'm so grateful to Gary for this topic because after I got out of college, I moved to San Francisco for a month to house sit for my brother, and I ended up staying 5 years. And I met this amazing, the singer-songwriter who sang this song at a Great American Music Hall. And I went backstage afterwards and said, I love that song. Will you teach it to me? And he did, and we became friends. And but I hadn't played the song in years. I hadn't even thought of it, really. And so Gary gave me the idea. It's called Delicate Balance by Tom Dundee. Deep within, there's a vision where time is nothing but space, and between every minute and mile that is in it, somewhere there's a beautiful face. And it's all such a delicate balance that the sport of infinity gives. Expectations we have can lead down the path to where that devil discouragement lives. Well, I dreamt I was barer than naked, and it scared me so bad that I cried. To go back to the prisons and the chains of the living, all that nothing had hurt me at all. And it's all such a delicate balance as it turns through the circles of air. To worry does nothing but steals from the loving and robs from the pleasure that's there. To worry does nothing but steals from the loving and robs from the pleasure that's there. Deep within, there's a feeling, and love and understanding are the door. Honesty's the key that was given you and me to open it, and so many more. And it's all such a delicate balance. It takes takes away just as much as it gives. To live it is real, to love it is to feel that you're a part of what everything is. And it's all such a delicate balance as it turns through the circles of air. To worry does nothing but steals from the loving and robs from the pleasure that's there. To live it is real, to love it is to feel that you're a part of what everything is. We're a part of what everything is. Sing it with me. We're a part of what everything is. We're a part of what everything is.
Thank you, Carol. That was delightful. Oh, do we have anyone visiting us for the first time today? Would you be willing to give us your name and where you're from? I'll have you say it again so we can all hear.
Kathy,
And where are you from?
here.
Oh, welcome.
Well, I mean, I'm not from here. I've been here for 5 years.
Wonderful.
I'm from this area, San Antonio area.
Did you get the welcome packet?
I did, thank you.
Excellent. If you fill out that yellow card on the front and give it back to the usher, you can get a gift out of the basket. But it's a blessing to have you here, and it's so lovely to have you here with us today. Would you tell everyone who you are and where you're from?
Oh, goodness. I'm Kathleen Kruger from New Braunfels, and started studying at Unity Village 40 years ago, off and on until I had children and then did other things. But it's wonderful to be back home.
It is great to have you back home. And I know it's not your first time here, but it's so good to see you here. Anyone else here visiting? Good. Well, in Unity, we love to bless people. And we have this tradition where we rub our hands together, connecting our energy with our heart, and we say, dear friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Oh, that's wonderful. And we want to welcome our online viewers, those cameras back here. Turn around, blow them a kiss, send them a hello, a howdy. We just love our online community because you're one with us. And in that, we're in balance together doing great work in the world. So whether you can come and visit us or you continue to be our online community, we bless you and keep you in our heart. Namaste. And this is the time in our service where we get to choose what it is we want to give. For our first-time guests, your presence is enough, but you can come forward and get an affirmation. That's what it is. And so it could be a love offering. It could be a tithe. It could be a prayer. It could be gratitude for your life or for this community. Set the intention on your heart of what you're going to give as we say this offering affirmation together. Through a grateful giving heart, my mind and life overflows with the abundance of God's all-providing infinite supply. And with that, we're going to do our walk of abundance, where we place our love offering, our tithes, our gratitude, our prayers, and all that good. Let's just fill the shiny copper bowl with all of that love. And then from the wooden bowl, take an affirmation. Go ahead and take as many affirmations as you'd like to give to others this week, and let's celebrate with the walk of abundance. So as we lift up our hearts with gratitude for these gifts given in love, we see them as the seeds that grow to allow us to do what we do with our vision, our mission, and why we're here. We're so blessed. And also in this time, we know that that inspiration within us, that divine presence answers every prayer. And within that, we're grateful for those, all the prayers in the prayer box, all the prayers resting on our heart are answered, bringing renewal, refreshment, balance, reconciliation, healing, joy, peace, and love. And we are grateful for all of that. And what a blessing it is. Amen.
Again, I'm Wes Morrison, your prayer chaplain on duty. And if you have anything on your heart or anything that you'd like to share, I'll be right down here in the front row of chairs.
Wonderful. Next Sunday is Potluck Sunday. That's October 5th. I can't believe it's almost October, but it's true. Sides and sounds, A through I, J through R dessert, S through Z main dish, or just bring what you want to share. This is a wonderful opportunity to get to know people better, and blessings, and I hope you join us.
And then be sure and visit our Twice Blessed thrift store for this and many other items, and your donations are always welcome.
Yes. There's going to be a change in our communication. So there's going to be a week, starting in October, a weekly events and Zoom links that will go out with the need to know what's happening this week, with a monthly newsletter that is more informative, that has more in-depth each month. So a big newsletter once a month, and then a weekly need to know with the Zoom links and the promo for Sunday or for classes or workshops. And we'll see how that works.
And if you hadn't already noticed, there's a lot of interesting books out there. It's our used book sale, so be sure and stop by and find one to bring home.
So you pick up the books, you decide how much you want to make a love offering, put a love offering in the basket. And if you have books that are screaming to leave your house, or your dwelling, and you want to put them into circulation, bring them next Sunday or this week during office hours, and we'll put them on the table for people to keep shopping. So, blessings. Today is our monthly board meeting. You're welcome to come and observe the meeting. It's directly following the service in the Gratitude and Prosperity Room. And now the special music with Carol Elliott, a song by David Olney, Women Cross the River.
Thanks, Gary. I was so lucky when I moved to Nashville. I was just thinking, I kind of liken it to an art student moving to Paris when the Impressionists were at their height. Because I just met so many, brilliant songwriters there. Got to work with some of them. And this was David Olney's song, Women Cross the River. Oh, the women cross the river, carry water to the wells at break of day. They talk to one another, God only knows what they might say. You can get an education after years of dedication. You might finally catch a glimpse of what is right and what is wrong. Women cross the river, they knew that all along. Oh, the women cross the river, work with tools that are ancient and handmade. They plow their fields in perfect rows, then rest beneath the shade. Now we've learned to build out of concrete, out of steel, and our buildings last 1,000 years, but then even they are bound to fall. But the women cross the river, never learned to build a wall. The women cross the river, never learned to build a wall. Oh, the women cross the river are as gentle as dew upon the ground. How I love to hear them laughing in the rain when it makes that perfect sound. Now a soldier with a gun and a battle to be won might kill you with a bullet, and you'll never even know the reason why. Women cross the river, they can kill you with their eyes. Women cross the river, they can kill you with their eyes.
Thank you, Carol. It's sure great to have you here with us, and I love that you're in our rotation of musicians. You're awesome.
Thank you, Gary.
Let's give her another hand.
I feel awesome.
Truly, just a blessing. And this is the time when we stop our recording, but we're blessed to have our online community with us, and many blessings to you as you find your balance in God. Namaste.